my crafty and crochet friends. This is Travel Crochet and my name is Tracy. Welcome to Wednesday's update. Okay, I have a few things to show you. So this is a continuation of using up my yarn that I avoid, so my trash stash destash. But then also I realized I have a market on Sunday. I haven't crocheted any of the, bread and butter items that you need to make for each market. So I have only just started doing that. So I've only got one item made so far that's towards that. But I thought I'd better put the other June challenge on hold and for a couple of days and get some things done before the market on Sunday. But anyway, we shall show you what I have made so far for the challenge using the yarn that I'm trying to destash. So I've got them written down here. Now, I had asked my friends in my impromptu live the other day that I didn't mean to do, but we ended up talking for 2 hours, what to do with red yarn, because I have a whole heap of red. And so we came up with a great big list. So I went back and wrote down the list for everybody's suggestions. So the first thing that I made was a red axolotl, and everyone said to put the black for the trim color. So that was the first one that I made with the little legs. This is the Crochet Grove pattern that you can get on Etsy, and as usual, all the patterns that I've used will be in the description. So that was the first item that I made in the red. And then my good friend Kim from Crafty Chaos Emporium had sent me a link to a free Instagram pattern, and this guy is so cute. So cute. Ready? I'll show you. Oh, please look at little Elmo. He's tiny, but he's like a little leggy frog, but an Elmo, and he's so cute. I didn't realize he was going to be this tiny, but he is so cute. I'm going to see if I can adapt the pattern to make him a larger size. I mean, I know it's because I'm using super thin velvet yarn and obviously a very small hook. So I might even use some of my good yarn and make a bigger version of him, but oh, he is so cute. Now, this is a free Instagram pattern by Crochet in the Sky, and I am just so in love with this. And I didn't quite follow exactly the pattern. There was like with the legs and arms, I just basically went and did leggy froggy, except for the feet. I copied sort of the feet part, but just did the rest of it leggy froggy style and the arms leggy froggy style. I think there's a few other bits I may have done differently. I can't quite remember. I was making this guy at my craft group the other day, Wednesday, and I was kind of chatting while I was creating him. So, but yeah, I am very happy with this one. So that was 2 red things done. Then another suggestion that we had on my list was a lobster. Now, currently, I'm not buying any patterns, so I wasn't going to buy a new pattern. And I was looking on Instagram, on Ravelry, on Ribbler, all those. I couldn't find a lobster pattern that I liked. So I decided to come up with my own. So this is my lobster. See, I'm actually quite happy with how this came out. I am not sure that it would end up being a very fast market make, but I was kind of making up the pattern while I was making it, so it's a bit hard to tell when you're in that process how long it would take. to make, but I sort of had images open on my phone of what a lobster looks like, and just sort of went from there. And yeah, I'm actually quite happy with the way this guy turned out. So I don't know, do you think this is a pattern that I should maybe write up? I don't know. And I worked out that they actually have 4 legs on each side. Well, the ones I was looking at anyway. Yeah. So what do you think? That's the tail. And I just surface crocheted, went back on the back loops and just surface crocheted these parts here to make them stand out more, by just having the back loops exposed. It wasn't sort of showing that enough, so I went back and surface crocheted that and just did the legs. I think I can't remember if, no, I think I started on one, went up, chained, and then single crocheted back, I think, but then just continued onto each leg. So that was all one movement. I mean, the longest part is making the claws, the big front claws, because you've got to make the 2 parts and then kind of join them together and join that on. So that's a bit, you couldn't do that in the one piece, so that would be the sewing bit on this one. But the rest was sort of surface crocheting in. So yeah, one by me. So this, again, yarn challenge has brought out the creativity side in me. So that's the 3rd pattern now that I have designed during this process. The first one was the spider. Oh, and I forgot to say, in the background there, you may see some stands. They actually arrived today, finally. So they're Newmarket stands. I don't know if I can point this camera. So there's 3 tiers to it. So they stand on the ground. If I stand up beside them, you'll see how tall they are. So you'll see here, you know, they're quite high. Quite happy with them. You can pull them apart. I'm not sure how often you'd want to pull them apart. We will for a while, but I think eventually, once we can afford an extra thing for the back of our car, we'll be able to put our marquee and tables on a higher level on the back of the car. It's like another tray thing, and then put these stands in the actual tray so we don't have to pull them apart. But I'm very, very happy with them. If you are interested, it's a company in South Australia that make these. So it's an Australian company, and they make all sorts of sized stands. They also have ones that like for your tables, that you can have layered stands on your tables. So I think that would be the next item that I look at. They are very good quality. After putting together, I mean, Chris is a ex-cabinet maker, so he's really good at, you know, picking up if something is well made or not, and he said it's definitely well made. So we are very happy with those. Took a while. I think we ordered those not long after we moved into here, so it's been a little while. They do say when you order them, expect to wait about 3 weeks, but then they said that they had a machine go down, their CNC machine go down, and they had to wait for a part to come, and so that took a bit longer than normal. But once they were ready, the delivery was super fast. And for here in Hervey Bay, everything seems to take forever. So that was a little sidetrack. I was going to go into that a little bit later, but sidetracked. Noticed it in my screen, and there we go. Anyway, so we've got the lobster. So that was 3 red items that I ended up getting made. So I'm happy with that. Still got tons to go, but at least it's a start. What did I make next? What's next on my list? Okay, then I have gone free Instagram pattern again, and we have this corn in his husk. I thought he was really cute. I had not really made many food items before. I've only made a watermelon keychain and a kiwi fruit one, and that's all the sort of food items I've made. But he comes out of his husk so he can get all naked and then he fits nice and snug back in. It was a well-written pattern. I had not a problem with it. The options that they gave for the arms was actually coming back and surface crocheting bobble stitches for the arms, but I just thought the like leggy froggy style arms was just a little bit cuter. So that was this guy. I needed a pattern, so I was watching the series. Again, I've got Chris watching Handmaid's Tale with me at the moment. So I've watched up to season 5, but I've started again so Chris can watch it with me. So because I've already watched it before, it's easier to crochet and listen. But interesting, Robin, you're right. The second time round, you do see things that you didn't notice the first time round. But I love that series. Anyway, this guy is by Becky's Plushies from Instagram. So it's another free pattern, which is fabulous. Again, with this yarn use, so far I've only used one paid pattern, that was Crochet Groves for the axolotl. The rest have been free patterns. Then the next one, the first one I made is this elephant. And yes, I've tagged some of them. I've been a bit slack and not tagged all of them, so that's not like me. I really like this pattern, this cute little elephant pattern. I think Robin makes this one, but she wasn't so sure about the trunk. But if you know anything about elephant collectors, they will always look for elephants with their trunks up because they're meant to be lucky. So that's this one. Now these eyes were 14 mil. The pattern actually says 12 mil. So I thought, oh, I'll go up, and I thought, oh, they're a bit small, but I kind of had them in and they were in. So I left it at that. So I thought, oh, that was really, really fast to make. So I made another one and put in 18 mil eyes. And I think that makes him look so much cuter. And then I was worried, I thought I was going to run out of this grey yarn because I don't have that much left. So I decided to have him wearing something, some clothes, or just having a pattern in him and then finishing his bum with that. So I do like the 18 mil eyes much better in this guy. I love this pattern. I absolutely adore this pattern. I think I could make these elephants all day. I love the trunk. Yeah, so this one is by Nooks Hooks, free pattern on Instagram. So made 2 of them. I could have kept going, but I thought, no, I better make a variety of different patterns. Next one was this snake. I love this variegated yarn, but it's again the really skinny velvet yarn. So I was using a 3.5 mil hook, but it was mindless in another episode of Handmaid's Tale, so I didn't mind. But I love the way the variegated has fallen for these colors. It looks great. I've got some different snake eyes in there. This is In My Spare Time, Jenny's pattern. It's a YouTube tutorial that she recently put out. Really great. I love the head shape, and it's a nice mini snake. Like I said last video, I haven't made mini snakes before. I've made the really bigger, longer ones, so I'm be interested to see how these ones go. And hopefully before the weekend, I'll have a couple more brighter ones made as well. And then the last pattern I made, and this is when I decided, oh, I have a market Sunday, I better actually do some things that I need or promised someone that I would make. And this is one of the items that I promised someone who loves stitch, has bought a stitch off me, has bought Angel off me. So I said to her, next time I'll have Scrump. So I've made Scrump, and I didn't realize how big this Scrump was going to turn out. So I crocheted the eyes and the mouth and everything. I didn't use felt. I don't know, to me it just feels like cheating if you're just cutting out a piece of felt and sticking it on. So, and it's meant to represent a doll that has been hand stitched and repaired, so that's why I wanted to do that. So I don't mind that it looks a bit quirky and a bit odd because it's a repaired new toy. So this is Crochet Grove's free pattern on Ravelry, and I just discovered when I rewatched Robin's video the other day that she has a mini Scrump pattern as well. So I've just downloaded that one, so I'll be making some of the mini ones as well, and hopefully it does turn out a bit smaller, because I did in my mindset last night, I'm thinking, oh, I'll whip out a couple of these, and I was I've got one spare foot made, I've got 2 spare arms made, and then by the time I finished this today and did all the extra details, I thought, yeah, one's going to be enough for today. That'll do. So it's just the extra details and little bits and pieces that by the time I finished it, I'd had enough. So we'll see how this one goes. Then I did make another pattern, but I can't show you yet because it is a pattern test and it's not released yet. I believe we have to have all our pictures in by the 17th, I think, 17th. So it would be around the 17th, 18th. I would say that the pattern will be released, so I'll be able to show that one once that's released. That is all I have made. And then I did get a little Temu order in this morning. It's funny, the order that I was waiting for before last market still hasn't arrived. The update hasn't updated since the 27th of May. I've been in contact with the company. They're saying that they've got it, so it's purchased through Temu, but it was coming from the Temu warehouse in Melbourne here in Australia. It left Melbourne and there's been no tracking since. I think somebody has decided that they wanted shopping bags themselves, because I bought new shopping bags for the market because I'm completely out. Temu says if I don't have them by the 13th, I can get a refund. So, and I've actually, since then, Chris found last night that there's another company in Melbourne, I think, different company, that sells bags actually cheaper than what I got on Temu. So once I get my refund, I will buy those and hopefully get some. But again, I'm not going to have them before the market, which is disappointing. But anyway, yeah, this morning I got a little Temu order in that I had ordered after last market, and I bought these 2 new, I restocked on some more of my colours in there, so that's looking really good again, especially when I haven't been using that at the moment, using my other yarn. But I got these 2 variegateds that I thought I would try, which is, of course, there's not even anything at all on these labels, it's labelless. But I thought that they may have been the same thickness as the other. I was trying to look in the pictures, but they're not. It's actually quite thin. So it's about the same thickness as what I've been using with the velvet yarn here, which I've been using the 3.5mm hook for. So this is going to go in the user, although I am thinking the custom order I have for another dog, I've been really wondering how I was going to do it, because the dog's different colours, like it's got whites and creams and a bit of browns, and and that, but then when I got this today and I thought, oh, I might be able to make the dog using this and see what it looks like. So I've got 3 skeins of it. I have no idea. It's meant to be 100 grams, but I have no idea on the meterage or whatever. So we'll see if I can manage to get a dog out of this. But I think otherwise, if the dog doesn't turn out, I can make chickens or something with it. Although I said I wasn't going to make any more chickens. But then I saw Southern Girls Crochet's video the other day and she put wings on her chickens and I really liked that. That really gave the chickens a new quality that I think would do really well. So I'm inspired. But then this colour, I have no idea. Because the challenge that I'm doing, I'm not allowed to make turtles. So usually your first response is, I'll make a turtle out of that. And no, I'm not allowed to. So I'm not sure what I'll make out of that. So that's my update. I'm currently on the hook at the moment. Got another Night Fury because the last one sold at the last market. So I'm making another one of those. I'm going to remember to put the proper colour eyes in this time. The green eyes, not yellow or gold that I had in last time. Then I'm going to attempt to make a Light Fury as well because I haven't made one yet. I still have a head of a sausage dog made that I've got to finish the rest of it. It's going to be one of the hot dog ones, so I need to finish off that one. Then after that, who knows what I'll make. So the next update will be after the market Sunday. So we'll see how we go. Hopefully I won't have another thumbnail with unwanted drama in the thumbnail. So it's a nice smooth market, everything goes well. We're meant to have a beautiful day, no rain, so let's just hope everything's smooth. But of course, we'll let you know what happens, and we'll try out the new stands. Yeah. Oh, and I think I had a note for myself here. Someone had asked me a couple of videos ago for an address to send Happy Mail. They wanted to send something to me, so Chris has gone ahead and organised that, and in the description I now have the address, which is care of Chris, with a Parcel Locker that you can send any Happy Mail if you wish to. So that is now done. What else is there? As I said last video, I have memberships up now. Well, a membership, only one. I'm not going to do more than one. It's just one. Because a few people have asked if I'm going to have a Patreon and that. I don't know really what the difference between having a membership and a Patreon is. Maybe you have more control over Patreon. I don't know, but what I can offer in mine is if I do come up with a new pattern, members will automatically get a copy of any patterns that I make, or if it's up to testing stage, members can request to be pattern testers for me. We'll do some member only lives or member only videos, and you get little emojis to have in live chat that you can use, and you get a little icon beside your name if you put a chat in or a comment in any of my videos. So some people had just asked for that, so I have created that. Obviously no obligation, it's entirely up to you. Just watching my videos is simply enough. So that's all I have for Wednesday's update. Got to go back and continue to make things. I do have to make another one of those pattern tests that I've got. I've made one, but I want to make another one because it was quite fast and it's really good. I really like it, so I can't wait to show you. It is a really good pattern. I think it will be quite popular. Yeah, and that is it. So I shall start editing this and get it out to you guys tonight. Well, thank you so much for all your support, and we'll give you the market recap Sunday afternoon. We'll see you then. Bye.